Question 1. In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? I have found that most pop magazines, like Just Pop, Wheel of Pop and Top of the Pops, have their method anchored in the top left corner of the front cover. So I decided to stay with this convention and make my masthead in the top left corner. I have positioned my cover lines above the main cover line, although the main cover line stands out more as it is inside a banner which would attract the reader's attention. This is a common convention. I have used informal clothing for the pictures, as most of the artists in the magazine I have researched had an informal costume, as this makes them seem friendlier to a younger audience, as this represents the artist as young. I have used conventional bright colours, which I consider to be feminine, as this would attract my target audience of a young female teenagers and younger. I use sans serif fonts, as this makes it more pop-like, as the text is not formal. This is a common convention. I noticed that this was common in pop magazines and decided to follow it because it would attract my demographic. I've used splats of paint in my house style, as this seems to be more of a fun magazine designed for a younger audience, as the splats seem to be aimed at the younger audience members. The use of splats is usually unconventional, and I decided to use the splats to show a difference in my magazine to other pop magazines such as Wheel of Pop. The price I decided would be £2, as the magazines I have researched are conventionally priced range between £2 to £4. I have decided to stay with this price range as young teenagers do not have much disposable income, so keeping the price low means that more people will be able to buy it frequently. The magazine will be published weekly, which is conventional as it would keep the magazine up to date, and a lot of pop magazines come out weekly as they have an audience who wants to keep up with their favourite artists. I've used the drop cap to introduce my opening paragraph. This was used to attract the audience as it draws people in. This is conventional as Wheel of Pop uses a drop cap for their article. I have used guides to make the columns from the article the same width. This is conventional as the columns are the same size for my interview. I have used a pull quote for my headline, as this attracts the audience as they know the artist has said it. This makes them feel more connected to the artist, as they are straight away seeing something they have said. This is a common convention. I made the pull quote in a banner and turned it sideways to make it more visually interesting, and I think this will attract the audience. The photographs from a double page spread I have used the grid layout, and this is conventional for a pop magazine, as Top of the Pops use it in their magazine. I decided to follow this convention as this is a main design aspect that would separate a pop magazine, as it's used more in a pop magazine than in any other type of magazine.